It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show! With me, Joe! This is the show where I read an article a day to keep my stupid away. You learn something, I learn something, we grow together. Alright, so today's article is entitled The Psychology Behind Why Japanese People Are So Healthy. If you didn't know, Japanese people are healthy. I believe there's also an island off the coast of Japan that has one of the oldest populations. It's a hotspot for longevity. The tagline for this article is "Visit a McDonald's in Japan and you'll understand why," by Kaki, Okumura. I'm actually a big fan of Japan. I had the privilege of visiting when I was 18 years old. Absolutely loved it there. People are so nice. The country is beautiful. I just love the language, and honestly, I love anime too. Whenever I talk to someone who has just visited Japan, an expat who has lived there, or a tourist just passing by, they will more often than not mention something about the fast food chains there. If they tried to pull the same stunt in the United States, there would literally be riots. I mean, that's a poorly timed phrase. But then again, the United States can probably learn something from Japan. It would explain why Japanese people have a much easier time staying lean. What may surprise you is that we are not talking about the different menu options at Japanese food chains compared to the American ones. We're talking about the portion sizes. I will say American portion sizes are ridiculous, even compared to Europe. You go to a gas station and they've got a Big Gulp that's literally it's a gallon of soda. For real? Who needs a gallon of soda? That is objectively disgusting. Like if you took the syrup that was in it and just drank that straight syrup, you'd be sick. Disgusting, dude. One other note I will say is that I love going to fast food places around the world just for the novelty factor, because all of the fast food joints, wherever you go, have a different regional item. So like when I was in Denmark recently over the summer, they had a special like berry McFlurry just for Denmark. Or at Starbucks in India, they'll have like a curry bread sandwich, a matcha mochi ball dessert at the McDonald's in Japan. I love going to fast food and seeing the regional items. What makes food in Japan healthier than in the United States? It's a running joke in my family now. A small size beverage at McDonald's in the United States is the large size at a McDonald's in Japan. But this statement holds a lot of truth. It's not just size at McDonald's. I mean, ask a lady that. Starbucks has a special short size in Japan, which is only 8 ounces. The smallest Domino's pizza in Japan comes in the size M, a 9-inch diameter, whereas the smallest size small in the US is 10 inches. You got an extra inch in the United States. If you visit a restaurant in Japan, the meals are portioned so you'd expect to comfortably finish it in one sitting, while in the United States, meals are often impossible to finish without takeaway counter at the end. What makes a Japanese diet sustainable for modern lifestyle is not that it eliminates fast food or refined sugars, but it practices moderation. As a society, its citizens aren't pressured to exercise extreme self-control or restrictions to eat healthily, but psychologically. Japanese nutrition education is formed around values of balance. To neither overstuff nor feel deprived, healthy eating begins with choosing the right plate size. And as someone who has done bodybuilding and measured my food, I can say that when you start measuring your food, like really strictly measuring it and eating every single meal with a certain amount of ounces of protein versus carbs, you start to notice portion sizes in general all over the world are a lot bigger than they need to be. So how do the Japanese do it? Choosing the right plate size for eating at home. To bring these concepts of moderation into the home and reshape our understanding of proper meal size, first we need to choose the right plate sizes. Traditional Japanese meals are modeled after the idea of ichiju sansai, or one soup, 3 sides, where small plates are combined to compose one whole meal. A single serving of rice, miso soup, 2 small vegetable dishes, and a single serving of a protein dish. In this way, smaller plates and varied plates naturally diversify the foods to eat and practice portion control. Of course, we need to consider individual needs. A grown man will have a different nutritional need than a young child. But to achieve the Goldilocks of food proportions, consider these after you eat your meals. Do I feel stuffed or starved? Very rarely do I actually feel stuffed after a meal, but boy, sometimes when you're doing portion control, do I feel starved? Am I thirsty or hungry? The answer is yes. How will I feel after another serving? Depends on what I'm eating, but probably not good. By being more conscious of how we feel after we're finishing what's on our plate, we begin to achieve what feels right at 80% full, or harahachi bunmei, a balance where you are neither overeating nor depriving yourself. And actually, if you look here, you see like a Japanese bento box where they kind of beautifully arrange the food with rice on one side and then vegetables and protein on the other. And this is like a very common setup for a Japanese lunch. Japanese healthy eating, of course, includes principles of variety, lots of fruits and vegetables, and properly prepared grains and proteins. But at the base of it is a physiological tool that will help people to lead a sustainable and comfortable lifestyle. Japanese food education is not about discipline and rules. It encourages incorporating the foods we enjoy, but with moderation. By choosing the right plate sizes, we can nudge ourselves to make better health decisions without even realizing it. Portion control, baby. It's kind of hard to do in Europe and in America when you're out to eat. I guess the only way that you can do it in the US is if you order a small size, and then you have to be satisfied with that. Otherwise, I mean, if you're really trying to watch your weight and you have goals, you've got to measure your food. It's simple science. If you don't know what's going in, if you don't have the data on what's going in, then you can't calibrate to either lose or gain weight.
That's it.
That's been today's Joe Show. If you like my content, hit subscribe below. I release a video every single day, and hit the bell so you get notified when I do. You can follow me on Instagram at @ajoeshow, where I put highlights, memes, and other content. And then if you find a cool article that you want me to react to, or a cool video that you'd like me to react to, send it to hijoeshow@gmail.com. Otherwise, in the meantime, read something good. This has been The Joe Show.